All right, everyone, here we go. 20 questions. So, what day did we first meet and where? Well, it was definitely, definitely, I think, in the seventh grade. And when I was in seventh grade, she must have been in sixth grade. And it was the choir classroom somewhere at Beaver Lake Middle School. Where was our first date? That one I definitely know. Was at the California Pizza Kitchen in Bellevue. And then we went to the Bellevue Galleria to see the Transformers movie. So, where did we have our first kiss? Um, that must have been in Walla Walla at Whitman College. And I guess that's kind of fitting since our first kiss in marriage is going to also be in Walla Walla. Aww. And who first said, I love you? I believe that was me, but I'm only 55% sure on that. What is your most commonly used phrase, and what is hers? Mine, I don't know if we have commonly used phrases, but anytime I want to get her attention, I always say, hey, baby. And her most commonly used phrase is probably, I have so many emails. Or something along the lines of, I don't want to do my emails. What is her celebrity crush? I would say that is probably Ryan Gosling or maybe Tim McGraw. I do remember at the Tim McGraw concert, she was sure to point out how much swagger Tim McGraw has. My celebrity crush is probably Scarlett Johansson. If I were ordering drinks for the two of us, what would each of us get? Well, if we were someplace that we thought we could reliably get this, we would probably order a bottle of Washington red wine and share it. Most likely a fuller bodied red, like a Syrah. But if we're at like a bar, she typically gets a raspberry vodka with soda and lime, and I would just order a hef or just some or a Blue Moon. The best meal that she has ever cooked for me. Jacqueline makes really good stews in the winter. We probably wouldn't eat very like seasonably appropriate food in the winter if it weren't for her. Yeah, she's made some really good stews. And what is the best meal I've ever cooked for her? Probably anything with bacon wrapped shrimp in it. That was a little bit ago, but I made a really good bacon wrapped shrimp in like a pesto with some pasta. That was tasty. The worst meal she has ever cooked, and the worst meal that I've ever cooked for her. She it's been a long time since we've had a really bad meal. I think there's something that she completely forgot an ingredient for at some point in time. I can't remember what the meal was, but I remember that we instantly realized it when we when it was time to eat it. And for me, the worst meal I've ever cooked is probably. I know I've made mac and cheese before where we didn't have milk, and I just tried to use Greek yogurt, and that didn't turn out very well. Yeah, that's all I can really think of. The most played song on my iPod. I probably have listened to Hotel California more times than is probably necessary. My most annoying habit and hers. I'm very particular about how I think the dishwasher should be loaded, and I think that's pretty annoying to her. um, her most annoying habit. Jacqueline doesn't have any annoying habits. What is the last thing she does before she goes to bed? Every night before she goes to bed, Jacqueline gives me a goodnight kiss. And I usually go to bed a little bit later than her, so the last thing I do is usually watch Netflix. Most recently, Doctor Who. If you could throw out one item of her clothing, what would it be? Jacqueline has these boots that have holes in the bottom of them. I mean, they don't like look ratty or anything like that, but it's like every time it's raining out, she happens to be wearing these boots. I think those should probably get tossed. If she could throw out one piece of my clothing, what would it be? I would have to say it's probably this tie. But I know that she wouldn't do that because she knows how much I like it. And it used to be my grandpa's. And she wouldn't do that. Do you have a song? If so, what is it? I would say our song is probably Little Big Town, A Little More You. What does she keep on her nightstand and what do I keep on mine? Her nightstand is pretty clean. So there's a phone and a lamp. My nightstand, however, typically has a week's worth of empty ice cream dishes and a few water cups, as well as my phone and a lamp. What is my favorite thing about her? There's so many good things about Jacqueline. Jacqueline has just a passion for equality and helping others that I don't think I've ever seen in anybody else. And I just really admire that about her. What do I think her favorite thing about me is? I'm pretty handy, and I don't know if that's her favorite thing or her least favorite thing about me. The nicest thing she has ever done for me, and I for her. Probably the nicest thing she's ever done for me is put up with me for the last year that I've been in PA school, because I can get kind of moody, especially anytime that I have a test coming up. And for me, for her, there was one time when we were in college that I know she was having a really bad night, and I drove from Ellensburg to Walla Walla, probably at 2 o'clock in the morning. What did you do? What did you celebrate when she said yes? Oh, what did I celebrate with when she said yes? Excuse me. We had a campfire on the beach and a bottle of wine and s'mores. I think that was the extent of our celebration. But that's all 20 questions. Enjoy the party.